Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, December 18th. Happy birthday to a very, very good, awesome friend of mine. I am thinking about you, and I've been thinking about you all week, hoping that I wouldn't forget today. So happy birthday. I love you. I'm going to show you, I am making yogurt for the week before we start Triple B and E. And I'm going to show you what happens when you do yogurt, when you do certain other foods in your InstantPot. You have to change the seal, and I will show you why in a minute. Okay, this is why you change the seal. When you have yogurt, you need the white one. When you have chili or some kind of meat, when you're using your InstantPot, you need this one. This one is the yogurt one, which I'm going to replace now into the lid. And I'm going to put this one up in the pantry so we can use it for next time. Okay, the seal is in. I've done that. I'm using the InstantPot. I'm using Joe and Rachel's recipe for yogurt. I use Fairlife, the red one. And I use probably about 3 or 4 of this. See my salty? I'm using those today. And then I use, we buy a big one of these. That way I can do more. But, okay, I think we're now ready. Milk, heavy cream, yogurt, InstantPot. Let's do this. Milk. Oh, get in the container. I really need a camera for this. I am asking Santa for a camera, but he can't deliver it until after January 1, so I can claim it on taxes. Okay, milk is in. Heavy whipping cream. Dum, 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 dum. And I don't use, I am going to use all of it. It'll make it rich and creamy and yummy. And then I use the whisk, and I stick it in, and I twirl it around. 2 hands, Andy. Okay. I twirl it around, and I bring a lot of it up, like this. And then we take it in, and we stir, stir, stir. The InstantPot recipe calls for, there's a yogurt button right there, and you hit it, and you go for 10 hours on the counter. 10 hours. Make sure this is all mixed together, because the live cultures in the yogurt will multiply, and this whole thing is going to be yogurt, and it's luscious and creamy. And then I will tell you the next step after that is done. So take that out, put it in the sink. Put the top on. Rachel, put the top on. Put your top on. Okay. Twist. Make sure the vent is down. You do not want it to go to pressure. You go here. Oh, helps if I plug it in. Okay, plug in. That's why I do everything on this side of the counter, because there is a plug right there. Plug. There we go, off. We have the seal changed out. That is a really big thing. And then you go yogurt, and you hit that button, and then you will hear it change. You'll start hearing it. There we go. So that will count down for 10 hours. And I will take my electrolytes with me today, because I'm going to go see the baby. Okay, everybody, the yogurt is done. It's had its 10 minutes, or 10 hours, duh. So I'm going to take it out. And it's got a nice solid film to it. So you get saran wrap, and you stick this in the fridge for 4 hours to let it cool off and stop cooking. And it prevents a skin from forming on the top. So 4 hours now. We'll get that and stick it in the fridge. And then after that, we're gonna put it into a yogurt strainer, and that'll sit in the yogurt strainer for about 24 hours, and it'll separate the yogurt from the whey. The whey is what has all the carbs in it, and you throw that away, or give it to the dog or cat or animal, throw it in a pig pen, something. But you don't want to have the whey because that's got all the carbs in it if you're going low carb. So Joe and Rachel, I'm going to put their video below, and I will put this together, and I will put this in the fridge for the next 4 hours, and I will see you in 4 hours and continue. Thanks. Okay, we've waited the 4 hours. We put the InstantPot ready-made yogurt into the fridge for 4 hours, and we covered it up, and we're going to uncover it now. And this is a yogurt strainer. This has it's a mesh, and it'll keep the yogurt inside of it. And I need to mix this up, because right now it's just a blobby mess. But if you mix it up, all the whey will become, it'll mix up, and it'll be lighter, and it'll be easier to put into the strainer. And I'm just gonna pour this. I used to use a nut bag, and but I bought the yogurt strainer, and it's a lot easier. So this is gonna be a balancing act. But you pour it in here. And you try not to make a mess. And it should fill, for the amount of yogurt I made, it should fill all the way up. And you use a spatula to get it off the sides, to get it off the bottom. And it'll fill up. And then it'll already drain, because some of the whey is already out. But it'll drain to the bottom. And in the morning, you keep this in here about 24 hours. So I'll do 24, 36 hours, because it's after midnight now that I'm doing this. So it's empty. And this will go in the sink. And I'll wash that out. But this is full, and I get it off. The good part about it is licking the spoon, but I'm not doing that now. So you put the lid on. See, and you can already see it draining. It's already draining onto the bottom. You can see the drops of the whey going through. I'm going to stick this in the fridge, and I watch it every now and again. I will empty this part into the sink, or give it to the dog, or that's got all the carbs in it, so we don't want to keep that. But it'll be good, and I'll put this in the fridge. And when it comes out in 24 to 36 hours, I will fill up my jars. I'll probably have between 6 and 8 jars filled with yogurt, and I put that in the fridge, and it lasts about a week, and then I have yogurt. And I am very grateful to have this recipe from Joe and Rachel, and we eat this a lot. I have made countless jars of yogurt, and it's cheaper, and it's better for you, and all the good stuff. I will see you in 24, 36 hours. So have a good night. Good morning, everybody. This is what happens when you put the yogurt in the strainer and you have it sit out overnight. You will see that there's a whole bunch of whey down there, and we're going to get that out and throw it away, because that has all the carbs in it, and we don't want that. So I take the lid off, and you see that this was all the way to the top, and now it's not. but I'm gonna pick this up. I need to take that off. And I take this off and I put it on where it will still drain. But then I have this, and you could save this for other things. You could give it to your animal. You could give it to, I don't know. It goes down my drain because I don't want it. That's carbs and I don't want to deal with it. So we put this back in here, and it's been about 12 hours. No, not even that. It's been eight hours since I last did this. So put the lid back on, and it goes back in the fridge for another 8 hours, and then we'll see how much more whey there is. See you in a little bit. Hello, how are you? It has been 36 hours since we started making the yogurt. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of whey in there, so I'm gonna toss that. Hold on for a sec. Through the magic of editing, I'm back. Hi. It had a little bit of whey, so I just tossed that in the sink because I wasn't gonna use it today. But my first thing here is when I have my scale, I have my jars, I have my spoon, and I have the ready-made Greek yogurt. And it comes out, and it's really thick. So I do that, and I basically just flip it and let gravity do its job, and it falls. Now there's some stragglers in there, and I will clean that up later. But because I'm a little bit of it on the lid still, so I'll scrape that in here. It's a big old mold right now, and we'll clean that up. And I'm gonna mix this up. See, it looks like the mold. I'm just gonna squish it down. This is really luscious and creamy and soft, but I have my scale and I do the jars to make servings for me and Susan to eat during the day. She usually takes one to work with her, but since it's the Christmas holiday, her last day of work is today, so she will be finishing this off within the next, I guess, 4 or 5 days until today's the 20th. Today's the 20th. We start Triple B and E on the 26th. I will probably go wholehearted, but we're having friends over for New Year's Eve, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I may have to call it and just extend it one day. Okay, that's in there. It's all mixed up. These are the little jars. The jar, turn on, go to ounces. The jar is 6.45 ounces, and then I add just enough to make about 13 ounces full weight. And I just do this, and don't fall. But it's a fun thing to do. Susan will take these to work with her, like I said, and she has some friendly granola, or keto-friendly granola over there that she likes to use. That's $12.45, so we do a tiny little bit more. That's $13.06. Okay, that works. And then I just keep on doing this until they're all full. And I will probably speed this up a little bit. Go into super fast time-lapse mode. Go. That is all done. I will put this over here because I will get the rest of that for my breakfast. And You put the lids on these and you put them in the fridge and they stick for about a week. In my house, they don't stick for a week because I love them and Susan loves them and she takes them to work, so it's all good. But I'll put the recipe down below. I will also put Joe and Rachel's video down below. I did not create this video, but I love doing it and I needed a video to put out. And people have said, do some kitchen videos. So that's what I'm doing. And you have a great day. I will enjoy these for the rest of the week. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and share, like, and subscribe. Okay? Bye.